Well, hello, good evening, and welcome. It's Sunday night. We're racing once again for the second of hopefully 4 race weekends this month. We're going back to the 80s. It's Group C time. We're at the Nürburgring. Though it's not the big one, it's only the little one. Server restart's just finishing, so we shall cross over the track very shortly. We're driving the Lancia LC2 tonight in the very pretty Martini livery. Good evening there, Windy. Indeed it is, it's Miller time once again. But there may have been some slight finger trouble for the server on the server side. They just needed to do a quick restart. But hopefully we shouldn't be waiting too long. We'll get started with qualifying. We're going for a 45-minute qualifying session. No lap limits or anything like that, but we do have qualifying tyres. What's that? Hello? Do you want to say hello to the internet, bud? Hello? Yes, I know. I'm talking to myself again, aren't I? Yes, I know. That's Bud the cat saying hello to everyone there. How do you think we're going to do? Think we're going to do well? He says meow. Says that a lot. Anyway, as I say, we are just waiting for a server restart, so we should be going very shortly. Just refreshing the page here in Automobilista. So hopefully we'll be able to cross over to the track and get started with qualifying very shortly. So we're looking at a decent sized field this week. A big variety of cars as well. Got 2 Lancias, a whole gaggle of Porsche 956s, plus a few Oddballs as well, which were a bit of a hallmark of the early years of Group C. A lot of people wanted to get involved with it, but it seemed to be if you wanted to win, well, you had to buy German. Server reset still appears to be taking some time. As I say, we'll get started with it just as soon as we can. What else are we expecting in the field tonight? So, as I say, a big gaggle of Porsches. We've got a Kramer CK5 entered. 2 Aston Martin Nimrods, which should be exciting to hear. A Seca C830, also known as an early Sauber. And that's the servers just relaunched, so I'm just putting the passwords in. And yep, we should be able to cross over the track now. There we go. We'll get loaded in and we shall get started. Oh dear. I'm seeing the problem there. This was not supposed to be private qualifying. Looks like we're going to have to go for another restart. I do apologise for the delay here. Unfortunately, it's something beyond my control for once. So we'll go back to waiting. Anyway, how's everyone been this week if you are here? Hopefully you've all had an enjoyable week. I suppose we'll go through the look-aheads and the plugs, I suppose, while we're waiting. So still to come here on my little channel in the next couple of weeks. We've got, hopefully next Sunday, we'll be doing the final round of the ISO F1 season at Adelaide in the Brabham again. I say hopefully because it does rely on me getting the night off of work, but hopefully I can get that sorted this week. And then the following weekend, on the Sunday, we'll be finishing off the touring car season in the Renault at the full Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. We'll see what we can get out of that. Hopefully we can get a good finish to our touring car season there. And if not, hopefully we can put on a good show. This is where I once again show my how I'm not a professional and filling is hard. Did see as well, there's been a few interesting releases in the world of sim racing this last week and upcoming. So I might look at doing something with those as well, possibly over Christmas or during the off season for the league racing. We shall see. I shall make no guarantees at all, though I shall probably be looking into at least some of them. Once again, we are just waiting for some server issues to be fixed. Apologies for the delay in starting. Unfortunately, it's out of my control. I am refreshing the server list pretty much constantly while we're sat here. So as soon as we can cross back to some actual cars doing brum brum things, we shall do that. Unfortunately, that is the risk you take with running a platform as old as AMS1 is. It's the server just relaunched again. Password's gone in, car selected. Hopefully this will be the one. Yep, that looks promising. So we'll get our setup loaded and we'll have a little look at it because it's one I've built myself this time. So here is our qualifying setup if you're interested. We've gone for more drivability than out and out speed, even to the point that just to save having to do an engine change after qualifying, as this car does have a qualifying engine. I'm even running the race engine for qualifying. Just because it doesn't give as big an advantage as you'd expect. And honestly, I don't want to be dealing with having to log out of the server and change it over. An interesting thing you will note with this particular GTPC mod, we're very limited on the setup options we can actually do. Much like in real life with these sort of cars, to change stuff like the some of these, you basically have to rebuild the entire car and suspension system. So that's replicated by having very limited options. Certainly cars back in the 80s were not as fine-tunable as they are nowadays. Anyway, we'll just make sure we've got some sound on for you as well. There we go. About to drive out onto the track with game sounds muted. But we didn't do that, so huzzah. Yay for me. Right, anyway. That's enough of me wibbling. Let's go drive some cars. Here we are on board the Lancia.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Okay, Dave, we've got 39 minutes to get the job done. Your brakes are cold. Be careful. Your tyres are cold. Watch out.
I have reinstalled Shouty Jim's sound pack. So hopefully we should have the proper ISO drive names again. So we are on qualifying tyres, although they're a bit harder than the ones we're used to seeing in F1, so we can do a few laps in them. I'm sure we've got about 6 laps worth of fuel in the car. Anyway, it's a 40-minute qualifying session now. Looks like we've had to knock a few minutes off, but that's fine.
On your right, clear right.
Go past that Porsche there. We'll start to commentate the lap as well when we come round. This is the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit as it would have been seen in 1984 when it was brand new. But I think this version may be a little bit more modern than that, but the layout is correct. Anyway, we'll come down the front straight. We're looking for just for the 150 board on the left there. We brake, we're down to third gear for the first chicane. I can't remember what it's called these days. This is where the that very fiddly Mercedes arena is nowadays, but it's not, doesn't exist yet. We accelerate up, brake down to third gear, turn the car in, but keep it over to the left. Again, there's another corner I know, it has a name, but I can't remember what it's called. We'll drop it down to second for now, but more normally we'll keep it in third through there. Accelerate up. I think this one's the Oscar curve, or am I thinking Hockenheim? Can't remember. Come down to second gear again for qualifying, but for the race that'll stay in third gear. We'll accelerate out up to what's now called the Schumacher S, but would not have been called that back in 1984. See the sign on the outside which gives away that this version of the track is a little bit later, but as I say, the layout is correct. I think this one's the Bilstein curve, one of those two is. We'll accelerate down the little back straight through the King. Up towards the Vidal chicane. The Grand Prix version's not been built yet.
Sector 2 is 2.1, off the pace. Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Run the car through.
We think
final corner
has binned it. Sector 1 is green.
That's a lap of the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. Well, let's actually try and set a good lap.
Sector 3 is 0.5, off the pace.
And we'll avoid the curbs in this car. It really upsets the ground effect. It makes the car
Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag.
very unhappy.
Second off in Sector 1. Your tyre temps are all good. We think that Chaikin has gone off. Green flag, Sector 2. Yellow flag in Sector 1. P7. That's your best lap in the session. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 1 is now green. Yellow flag in Sector 2. We think that boss has binned it.
Very easy to outbrake yourself into that first corner, and that gravel trap is very unforgiving.
We can see Riddle has binned it. Sector 1 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
See, there's a lot of room for improvement still.
Sector 1 is clear. Sector 2 is 1.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is yellow. Eighth place. Only 2 laps of fuel left. Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 1.
Look like one of the Nimrods going across the gravel out the pits there. Very easy to do. These cars are quite tricky when they're cold.
Sector 3 is green. Sector 1 is 1.2 seconds off the pace.
I'll break myself a bit there. Oh, there you go. See, very tricky cars. Did well to hold on to that. Lancia is potentially quite a fast car, but it's quite highly strung as well.
Yellow flag, caution.
Nothing
Sector
like
3
as
is clear.
forgiving as the Porsche is. But I fancied a change from driving a Porsche. I did enough of that last year. So that's why I asked for this car.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
You know, we'll come in, we'll get a... have a quick look at the car on the track. There she is. Very nice looking car indeed, I think it is. Very classic livery, that one. See the large Venturi tunnels at the back of the car, which give away that this is definitely a ground effect car. There they are, you see them there. You'll see that on the back of some of the other cars as well. That's part of what makes it a little bit tricky. Right, well. Just have a quick look at some of the other competition then. So we see Centre Army. So this is the Porsche 956. This is the other most common car in the field. If you check out my WEC streams from last year, you'll see me in the Rothmans factory version of this car. We had a few good runs and some quite terrible ones as well. But certainly I think the Kyle Army race especially was a very good one for us. background, here we see the Kramer CK5. I think this car's basically an old Porsche 935 Group 5 car with a new body slapped onto it. But also, if not that much, it's definitely the drivetrain out of one. Very tricky car, that one, and also not particularly fast, but good on Len out here for driving it. That's a new name actually, so welcome to him. And then certainly I think this will be a crowd favourite, the mighty Aston Martin Nimrod car here, shown off by Little Owl. Big thumping Tickford V8 in the back of it, but also note the lack of Venturis. This car has no ground effect at all. It's built for one thing only, and that's going very quickly down the Mulsanne straight. It doesn't do much else. Very, very tricky car to handle. But lacking the ground effect, it's a very conventional car as well, so there are some drivers, particularly Jonathan, who's in the other one, who do prefer it just because of that.
The guy behind has just done a 134.3.
If anything else interesting crops up, we'll have a look at that as well. But anyway, in the meantime, we'll get back out on the track for another run.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 28 Celsius.
During the warm-up, we'll do a full run through the field once everyone's here. Anyway, we'll get back out on circuit and see if we can improve.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors. Sector 2
There's
is now
definitely
green.
a couple of cars
Cold tyres.
in front of us we can catch up. As I say, I could go a bit more try-hard and go and bolt on the qualifying engine, but I don't want to. You've already seen how terrible I am at filling space when doing this, so I'd like to avoid that. That and sort of role-playing it a little bit. I don't think Lancia would have brought qualifying engines to a race like this if they showed up at all, seeing as this was only a DRM National Series race in real life. I know we've added some extra cars. I'm not sure if the Lancias will have turned up for it, but they could well have done. I know the information's online.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
So come through the final corner and we'll try again.
Tenth position. Sector 1 is 0.1 off the pace. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is green. It looks like Zebra has gone off.
Annoyingly, it sounds like my fix for the driver names hasn't worked.
Yellow flag in Sector 3. We think Riddle has crashed. Green flag, Sector 3. Your left front tyre is running hot. Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace. Okay, Dave, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Yellow flag, Sector 2. That's your best lap in this session. flag in sector 3.
I think third gear's quicker through there. You lose too much time on the
Flag in
exit
sector 3.
changing up.
Sector 2 is 1.6 seconds off the pace. Green flag sector 1. B6, you've got about 3 laps of fuel left. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. Tyre temps are good.
Alright, come on now, go faster. Let's be on third this time, see what that does. Yep, that's much quicker, look at that. Have to get the following corner right, but so we know we've probably got at least 2 temps in the car. I dare say probably at least half a second.
1.3 off the pace.
We just need to drive better. Oops, that ain't going to help.
Yellow flag, sector 3. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. There's a car exit in the pits.
On your left,
Just
clear
shows
left.
how dangerous the curbs are in these
Yellow
cars.
flag, sector 1. 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Clear right.
Green flag in sector 1.
I was hoping to go for the pits there, but unfortunately that other car was coming up at the wrong moment. So we'll have to do another lap. I do wish these people would stop leaving and rejoining as well. That would be nice. Do without all these little lag spikes.
We think that Riddle has binned it. Green flag in sector 2. Yellow flag, watch out. Green flag in sector 3. We need to watch these track limits. Watch your speed.
Right. I'm going to take some of the fuel out. And we'll do that as well. Give it a bit more brake pressure. Maybe do that as well. See what that does. What I'll also do while I'm sat here is I will do this, so I can Just do a quick tyre and fuel stop after this run to keep going, just like we do with the touring cars.
All clear on pit exit.
Well, the fuel is very slow
Cold
in these
tyres all
cars.
round.
It may still be quicker to leave than...
Yellow flag. We think that Marazzi has spun off. The guy behind has just done a 133.2. Sector 1 is now green.
Come on, Jim, how can you get Marazzi right but not get Sabre right? This is why AI is not going to take over the world yet. Same fella enters and re-enters the server again. That's 3 times now.
Yellow flag in sector 1. E7. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Sector 1 is clear. Sector 1 is 1.2 seconds off the pace.
On your left, clear left.
Yellow flag sector 3.
There you go, that's looking better.
Sector 1 is yellow.
And he's
looks
left
like
again.
Tim has gone
People,
off.
stop doing that. It's really quite annoying. You see the little lags every time someone joins. That actually costs you time.
Green flag sector 3. Only 2 more laps of fuel. Sector 1 is green. Yellow flag sector 2. Sector 3 is 1.3 off the pace. Sector 3 is yellow.
It's going to be one of those qualifying sessions where I just can't improve, isn't it?
Your left front is hot. Sector 3 is now clear. Mind these track limits, please, Dave. Watch your speed.
quick to escape and rejoin for that. So I'll just wait for the tow. And looking at how much time's left, I think I'll go back to that. So I'm probably just going to get the one more run. Right, let's get back out there and try and improve, because I can definitely see there's at least another few temps in the car and driver combo as it is.
All clear, push now. Your tyres are cold, watch out. Yellow flag. We think Zebra has stacked it. Yellow flag. Sector 1 is green. Green flag sector 3.
Come on, stop playing around now.
Green flag sector 2.
Don't bottle it.
Sector 2 is 1.6 seconds off the pace. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. Yellow flag. 7th position. Good lap. That's your quickest today. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
Well, it's just as I do that. Looks like everyone else improved. Curses.
Green flag, sector 1. It looks like Wilkes has crashed. Green flag in sector 3.
Try and cool those tyres off a little bit so we can go again.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Right, try again.
P8. 3 laps of fuel remaining. Sector 3 is 2.2 seconds off the pace.
If I'm not green when I come around the chicane, I'm pitting and going for one last low fuel. Pick.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Right. Go back down on that. Let's go all the way down. Don't know if I've got time, I may still be able to squeeze a quick splash in.
The guy ahead's lap time is a 1:32.5.
Get that set up for if I need it. Alright, come on, last chance. We can definitely still improve.
Pit exit's clear. Yellow flag, Sector 2.
Maybe I should have gone for the qualifying engine. Never mind. Maybe that is one thing I'm not so keen about of this era of racing. This idea of qualifying tyres and qualifying engines. Personally,
Alright,
I think...
Dave, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Shut up, Jim. Personally, I think you should qualify the car you're going to race. Certainly that was, I think, the opinion that someone like Gilles Villeneuve definitely shared.
11, 2 laps of fuel remaining. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Green flag, Sector 1. We think zebra has gone off. Sector 3 is green. Incident Sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 3 is now clear. Sector 2 is clear. Your left front tyre is running hot. Okay, Dave, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
Improvement, but not enough.
Fuel for this lap. That's your quickest lap in this session. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
Right side. Clear to the right.
In this lap, box this lap. Green flag, Sector 1.
If we're quick, we may be able to squeeze another
Yellow
one in.
flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is now green. Yellow flag. We think that Marazzi has gone off. Sector 1 is 1.4 seconds off the pace. Two litres remaining. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 1.
Nope, it's not going to be enough.
Sector 3 is clear, green flag.
Car left. Still there. Clear to the left.
Watch your speed limit in the pits.
Oh well, looks like we're going to be starting 11th, at least then. Yeah, looking at that, maybe I should have used the qualifying engine. Robin is very quick as well, but that's okay. I first ran on the qualifying tyres only about an hour ago, so I put most of my efforts into racing up. So we'll see what that does for us. Should be exciting to watch anyway. I'll let you watch Robin run around for a minute. I'm just going to step away for a second. I should be back very shortly.
That's the end of the session. P11.
Alright, and we're back. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a P11 start for us, which is fine. Fortunately, we don't need to do any setup change. That's it. That's the difference between qualifying and race mode. I've put fuel in and I've gone onto the soft compound. Not planning to make a pit stop in the race. Should just be able to make it on the fuel. Magic number to watch out for that, by the way, is 3.12 on our fuel readout when we see it. Now, this will be interesting to see how many cars disappear and reappear, as that will show us who was running qualifying engines. Here in the warm-up, we'll do a little run around whilst everyone's changing settings and all that. I'll just show you the difference between car in race mode and qualifying mode. It's not a big difference, but probably worth showing. Interesting, wasn't that many folks at all then? I suppose not all of these cars have a qualifying mode. I think it might only be the works cars that do. Well, anyway, we'll go out, we'll run a few laps, and then when there's about 5 minutes to go, we'll come in and we'll do a quick through the field look.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. You've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. You've got cold brakes all round. Be careful. Yellow flag. Sector 1 is now green. We think Riddle has binned it.
Left side. Clear left.
Sector 2 is yellow. We can see Wilkes has spun off.
So the only real difference in driving style as well is I'll probably be changing up a few hundred revs earlier. Again, that's just for fuel saving purposes.
Green flag, sector 2. Yellow flag. Yellow flag in sector 1.
There is no fuel limit per se, but I'd prefer to not have to do a pit stop, as the fuel is very slow in these cars.
quickest overall. That last lap was a 1:36.9. The guy behind has just done a 1:48.7. That's the new fastest lap for Whitman, 1:36.8. Green flag in sector 1. Okay Dave, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Your tyre temperatures are good. The guy behind has just done a 1:37.0. Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace. You've just done a 1:36.5.
Oh dear.
Track limits, keep it within the lines. Green flag, sector 3. Sector 1 is 1.6 off the pace. Fastest lap for Centro, 1:35.9. The car ahead has just done a 1:36.3. Sector 2 is 0.8, off the pace. New fastest lap for Riddle, 1:34.5. P4. Sector 3 is 0.4, off the pace. Yellow flag. Sector 1 is green. We think that Kovacs has stacked it. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace.
Right side, clear to the right.
I wonder if Grant's playing to one stop again like he's done before in these races.
Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace. Sector 3 is yellow. 6th place. Good lap. That's your best in the session. Sector 3 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
We'll bring the car in this lap and we'll do that little few through the field I promised.
The guy behind has just done a 136.6. Watch your speed limit in the pits.
Right. So, through the field then. So here we are, this is us. This is the Lancia LC2. I think driven by Riccardo Patrese in real life. Here's David Saber, he's driving the number 14, I think that's a Brun Porsche. David Watman in the Skull Bandit Porsche with the additional front wing you see there. Quite common to see that on these cars. Richard Wilkes in one of the Yost Porsches, I think. Ray Riddell, I think that'll be in another 956. Looks like he's got the front wing as well. Lennart Grossi, probably horribly mispronounced that, in the Kramer CK5 Porsche. Juha Boss here in another Porsche 956, as they will be seeing a lot of those today. Little Al in the very entertaining Aston Martin Nimrod. Jonathan Orcliffe in the other Aston Martin Nimrod. Simon Watman in another Porsche. Bruno Chacon in the Yost Porsche there. Grant Riddell in the number 7 Yost Porsche. Real life, this was the car that won Le Mans 2 years in a row. Nicholas Kirsten in the factory Rothmans Porsche, but this is Germany, so Rothmans logos go away. Giovanni Centorami in yet another Porsche 956. Anders Nilsson, well, it's a Porsche and I'm pretty sure you can guess which one it is.
That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Oh, Richard Wilkes again, he's improved. John Team, yep, you guessed it, another Porsche 956. Gergely Kovacs, that's another new name to the league here, so welcome to him. He is surprisingly in another Porsche. And then the other Lancia in this race, Robin De Vos, who's looking quite competitive. We'll see how it all shakes out in the end. I believe I've got everyone there. So, the plan for the race is a 32 lapper. As I say, I'm not personally planning to make any pit stops, though I have a feeling there'll be some of those cars setting very fast lap times may. I think it might be possible that they'll be trying to run the qualifying tyres and a half fuel load and going for a pit stop. It will be a slow pit stop, but they may be able to make it work. I know Grant Riddell's done that before and surprised everyone when we did the Norris Ring race in these cars a year or two ago. You see here the difference between the car to have and one of the Weird and Wonderful also rans. Just how much more composed that 956 looks. There was a reason why there are so many of them in this race. It very quickly became apparent to everyone involved in sports car racing that instead of going to the effort and trouble of building your own car, I'll just go to those chaps at Visac, give them some money and get what was essentially pretty much what the works team had. A few differences here and there, but
Checker flags out, P9. That's the end of the session, P9.
you could get a very capable turnkey racing car from them for the time, a very reasonable price. So we'll just do one last check, make sure everything's loaded. Yes, it is. So we'll head to the grid and we'll get ready. Right, before we get started, I'm gonna take all the fuel out. Actually, no, what I will do is I will leave it on 5 litres of fuel. Maybe even 10 actually, just in case I do need a top up. But I should not need any more than that. So if we do need to make a stop, we know that the fuel will finish before the tyres, because we'll do the tyres. And we'll be able to get going and push like hell for the try and make up the lost time. As I say, I'm not planning to stop. Right, well, here we go then. We're rolling start for this one. But because of the desire to not use up the fuel, you will not be seeing a smoky burnout from me this time. Try and focus on getting those brakes up to temperature. Keeping those revs as low as we can. Not going fast enough for weaving to really do anything. But you can see already there, the tyres are coming up to temperature. Should be good enough at least to hold the car into turn 1 and know that it will stick. Fortunately on these sports car tyres, they've got quite a wide operating window. These cars are designed to race for 24 hours, so they need to be able to cope with
The track temp is 24 Celsius.
very
The
varied
air temp
conditions.
is 24. Okay, Dave, stay calm, focus.
Try and close up a bit here.
Floor it.
Car right. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Careful into
You're
turn
clear.
1. Oops,
Right
here we go.
side. 3 wide. You're on the left. Right side. Clear to the right. Left side. Clear left. Clear to the left.
This has been very frantic. We've got some pace on these cars in front. Let's see if I can do anything. Here we go.
Car right. On your right. Clear to the right.
P10.
Oh, I've outbraked myself. Damn it!
On your left. Clear to the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, now it's going to be even more interesting.
Yellow flag. It looks like Marazzi has crashed. Green flag, sector 2, P15.
This CK5 is doing very well to hang on like this. I can't get past him. It's not easily. Need to do it quickly though. See how hard he's driving.
Left side. Clear left.
Had to do it.
Car right. Clear right.
I think this is a customer car, so he's not got as much power.
Fourteenth.
On your left. Clear left.
Right, come on, let's try and pull away a bit now. Move on to the next group. Back to where we should be.
The gap to V14 behind is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds. Okay, Dave, the next car is Riddle.
See how quickly we dropped them once we got through. That's the difference between a factory car and a privateer car.
Your left side tyres are hot. V13.
Gotta watch that fuel. Come back a bit on the boost for a few laps. Get that back under control.
Fastest lap for Riddle, 134.5. That's your quickest lap in this session. The gap ahead is now 2.9 seconds.
You need to be careful of those curbs. They are very scary.
Your tyre temps are all fine.
Liar.
front is now 2.0 seconds. That's your best lap in this session. Your lap times are improving, this is good. Incident Sector 3, yellow flag.
There was a
Sector
freebie on the
1
left
is
there.
yellow.
Indeed there was.
Green flag Sector 1.
I think that was Sabre. Right, let's see what we can do with these two then. Remember, we've got some extra boost if we need it as well now. Okay, well there's one.
P11.
We'll get our moment, don't you worry. Apply that pressure, we'll get our moment. Boost!
Clear left.
Right, let's start working on Wilkes.
The gap to Whitman behind is increasing. It's now 1.2.
They were definitely more competitive in race trim than they were in qualifying.
The guy in front is Wilkes.
Suppose we just see how far up we can go.
Tenth position.
So what if we don't overdo it?
That lap was a 136.7. Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace. The gap behind is now 2.8. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
Got a bit quiet, trying to concentrate, sorry. Talking and driving's hard enough. Talking and being entertaining and driving, even harder. There's nothing fancy going on here, it's just trying to drive as fast as clean as we can. Try and run these cars in front of us down.
Gap to Wilkes. Ahead is now 3.1 P10.
Come on, you two up there, start fighting each other. Come to Dave.
Your left front's hot.
I think we can go a bit more boost.
Okay, Dave, you're reeling. Wilkes in. The gap's now 1.8.
He's noticed I'm getting closer. Oh, Wilkes will fight quite hard to defend that position. We all know the old cliche Murray used to say. I'm not going to repeat it because it's too cliche. But we all know what he used to say.
Tyre temperatures are fine.
Car left, clear to the left.
Thank you.
reel in, Wilkes in. The gap is now 1.5 seconds.
He's picked up the pace a little bit. And we're running out of time.
You've just done a 136.0. The gap to Wilkes in front is now 1.5.
A lot of positions in front of us now. Three positions and a back marker up there. They've all closed up and they've started fighting, it looks like. Excellent. Oh yeah, it's one of the Nimrods. There's the extra one. Moved over, hopefully he'll see us as well. He has not seen us.
Car left.
But
Clear
because
to
of
the
him, I
left.
missed the braking point. Well, not because of him, I missed my own braking point, but yep.
All right, Dave.
Words.
Just cut the track.
Only lost about a second or so there, so that could have been a lot worse.
The gap to P9 ahead is increasing. It's now 3.8. That's a new fastest lap for Riddle, 133.5.
I will clarify, I'm not suggesting that I blew the corner because the Nimrod was there. I blew the corner because I couldn't see the braking markers because the Nimrod was there, that was all. Absolutely nothing to do with anything he did. All my own fault. But you know, the internet being the internet, best to clarify.
The gap to Wilkes ahead is increasing. It's now 4.2. That was 136.4. Okay, Dave, that's good consistency. Keep it up. The gap in front is now 4.0 seconds.
These guys in front have definitely upped their pace. So looking at the timing tower on the left, at the next group of cars,
Sector 2
gap
is
seems to have been
1.3
fairly
off
stable.
the pace. Your left side tyres are running hot. You've just done a 135.9. The gap in front is now 3.1.
As soon as they start battling, That's why I always say don't defend unless you absolutely have to.
Alright Dave, the next car is Kovacs.
Look at that, they went side by side through the Schumacher S, and now I'm right with them. More to race strategy than just pit stops.
Sector 3 is clear. The gap to E9 ahead is now 1.0.
Not long left now, only 4 more laps to go. I think I can be tidy, I can be faster than both of these guys. Not making that mistake again, at least not now. But if I want to get Wilkes, I'm going to need to do him very soon. We can use that back marker as a pick.
Right side, clear right.
There's your moment.
Far left. Hold your line, clear left.
Look like you just lost momentum on through the kink there.
P9.
That was all I needed. Now, just a few laps to go. Can we do anything with these two? Or am I going to run out of fuel?
The gap to 10th position. Behind is increasing. It's now 1.5 seconds. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think that Zebra has binned it. The car ahead is Wilkes. The gap in front is now 1.5 seconds. 2 laps left. This is the last lap of fuel.
No, it isn't. We'll be fine. Just going to be tight.
Box this lap, please, Dave.
Nope.
Yellow flag, caution, your tyre temperatures look good. Green flag, sector 2.
More than 3.1 at the line and we're fine.
Left side, clear on the left.
Hello. He's fighting me. Yeah, see, look, we've got loads of fuel left. Just be on the safe side, though. I don't want to cough at the crucial moment. I'm saving it for the last straight, by the way.
Two litres left.
It's fine.
On your left. Still there. Clear left.
You watch, I'm going to cough on the straight, I bet you. Ha-ha!
There's the checkered flag.
I think I worked my fuel strategy just about to perfection there. That was 0.2 litres and a cough just as I crossed the line. Shame about my mistake early in the race. I think I could have gotten a little bit higher, but probably not much more than that. But that was still a lot of fun. And I'm not going to make it back to the pits because there is nothing left in the car. I'm quite pleased with that little last lap manoeuvre there. Let's have a little watch of the replay. Just having just enough fuel just when I needed it. Oh, no, damn, never mind. We don't get to watch it. Well then, that's going to be the end of that. It's, see, the chat's been very active, but for some reason it wasn't showing on my secondary screen there, but never mind. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed that. That was quite an enjoyable race to run in. I hope they put on a decent little show there. Anyway, as I said, next week hopefully we'll be doing the F1 race at Adelaide, assuming I can get the night off. But we'll definitely be doing the final touring car race in 2 weeks' time as well. Also, if you have watched the stream and enjoyed what you've seen and fancy a bit of historic sim racing, which I think, as we've proven tonight, clean, gentlemanly sim racing can still be done. That was a very clean race. I don't think there are even any DNFs there. I've left links down below in the description to the ISO forum. Go check that out. There's everything you need to get started at ISO down there. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. It's been most enjoyable. And I will hopefully see you all again soon. Have a lovely rest of your week and a good week to come. Cheery bye!